Time now for the Muletrain news program on this Wednesday, October the 8th, 2025, brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Mason Taylor Leal, 33 of Austin, left this world far too soon on September the 27th, 2025, leaving behind a legacy of boundless compassion and selfless service that touched countless lives across two countries. Mason was preceded in death by his grandmother, Deanna Schaefer, and his grandfather, Hector Jesse Leal Sr. He is survived by his maternal grandfather, Father Thomas Schaefer, his paternal grandmother, Irma Susanna Leal, his grandparents, Philip and Sandra Caldwell, Anna Jeanette Schaefer, his stepfather, Joseph Patrick Early, his father, Abel Angel Leal, his stepmother, Marcy Caldwell Leal, his brothers, Tristan Ramos, Ethan Nolan, and Andrew Leal. He is also survived by several aunts, uncles, and cousins. From his earliest days, Mason possessed a rare and beautiful gift, the ability to see the humanity in everyone he met. His gentle soul and tender heart drew him naturally to those who were hurting, struggling, or forgotten. Where others might look away, Mason leaned in with empathy and action. His greatest passion burned brightest in the highlands of Atoyac, Jalisco, Mexico, where he served alongside his grandfather in Latin World Ministries. There, with callous hands and an open heart, he dug wells that brought life-giving water to parched communities. He built stone walls that would stand for generations. He worked in medical clinics, offering healing to thousands who had nowhere else to turn. But more than the physical labor, Mason gave something irreplaceable: his presence, his love, and his unwavering belief in the dignity of every person he served. The people of Mexico weren't just a mission field to Mason, they were his brothers and sisters. He forged bonds that transcended language and borders, and he carried their faces in his heart every day. His dream was to return permanently to walk in his grandfather's footsteps as a missionary, continuing the sacred work of bringing hope to those who needed it most. Mason brought that same fierce devotion home to Texas as a dedicated attorney, first working alongside his father and later as a founding partner in Chiliac Leal PLLC with his childhood best friend, Alejandro. Mason practiced law with integrity and heart. His clients didn't just receive legal counsel, they received his genuine care and tireless advocacy. To his family and friends, Mason was a sanctuary. He was a steady presence in the storm, the listening ear that never judged, the protector who would move mountains for those he loved. His humor was gentle, his loyal unwavering, his love unconditional. Mason was always eager to entertain with light-hearted showmanship, an infectious laugh, and a warmth that crossed all boundaries, trivial and serious. The time he gave to those around him was generous and free, valuing the laughs and memories he received as treasures in return. Even in death, Mason's generosity continued. As an organ donor, he gave the ultimate gift, the chance for others to live, to love, to serve, just as he did. Mason's generosity will save dozens of lives. Mason's life reminds us that true greatness is measured not by years, but by the love given freely. Though our hearts are shattered by his absence, we are forever changed by the blessing of having known him. His light will continue to shine through every well that brings water to the thirsty, every life touched by his kindness, and every heart that learned to love more deeply because of him. His memorial and graveside services were held this past weekend on Saturday, October the 4th, in the Austin area, and burial was in the Cedar Park Cemetery in Cedar Park, Texas. Please keep the family of Mason Leal, 33, of Austin, the oldest son of Abel Leal, of course, formerly of Muleshoe, on your prayer list today. Gone way, way too soon, but he will not be forgotten. Church service for Rita Mimi Hawkins, 83, of Muleshoe, was held Saturday, September the 27th at the First Baptist Church here in Muleshoe, with Josh Bartlett of Midland officiating. Burial followed in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Rita died on Tuesday, September the 23rd, here in Muleshoe. She was born February 24th, 1942 in Lubbock, to Doyle and Alma Evans Turner. She married Franklin Eugene Peanut Hawkins in Muleshoe April the 23rd, 1960. Rita grew up in Abernathy until the third grade, when her family moved to Muleshoe. During her school years, she was a cheerleader, basketball manager, and a member of the 4-H. She graduated from Muleshoe High School in the class of 1960, and that same year married the love of her life, Peanut. Together they built a beautiful life and welcomed 3 children, Keith, Shelley, and Charlie. Rita embodied the spirit of hard work and perseverance. She helped her family as a farmhand, tractor driver, and navigator in the field. She also operated a successful janitorial service and later served as secretary for the Bailey Gin Company for over a decade. In every role, she worked with diligence and pride, always committed to serving her family and community. A natural creator, Rita had a gift for making things beautiful and meaningful. She loved gardening and was known for cultivating one of the most admired yards in town. She enjoyed cooking, sewing, canning, and pouring love and care into everything she made. Though she loved to serve, Rita knew how to enjoy life. She loved a cold Coca-Cola, never missed a chance to catch up on Fox News, and always brought laughter with her ornery sense of humor and fun-loving personality. Above all, Rita's greatest passion was her family. She filled her home with warmth, delicious meals, card games around the table, and endless encouragement at sporting events. She dedicated her life to loving and supporting her children, grandchildren, and all those who needed a motherly presence. Rita and Peanut opened their home and hearts generously, creating a place where everyone felt safe and loved. Rita was a fighter, whether it was challenging basketball referees, standing firm for her family, or bravely battling illness. She never backed down. She faced life's challenges with strength, humor, and grace. Known to her family as Mimi, she will be remembered as a devoted mother, grandmother, and friend. Her love, loyalty, and unwavering spirit leave a legacy that will continue to inspire all who were blessed to know her. Rita is survived by her children, Shelley Carpenter and her husband Curtis of Muleshoe, Charlie Bruner and her husband Jim of San Antonio, a daughter-in-law Jessie Hawkins of Piedmont, Oklahoma, her brothers Alan Turner of Kingsville, Texas, Royce Turner and his wife Carolyn of Muleshoe, her grandchildren Jessica Nichols and her husband Landon, Jody Posadas and her husband Eric, Jamie Sanders and her husband Rowdy, Tara Baxter and her husband Brandon, Mitzi Bartlett and her husband Josh, Chelsea Allen and her husband Chris, Colby Carpenter, and Chase Bruner and his wife Alyssa. Her great-grandchildren are Lainey, Cambry, Hayden, Brooks, Ryken, Pate, Keaton, Georgia, Magnolia, Noah, Luca, and Callie, and numerous nieces and nephews, all of whom miss her greatly, survive her as well. Rita is preceded in death by her husband, Peanut, a son, Keith Hawkins, her parents, 2 sisters, Joyce Bucks and Sherry Kendall, a brother, Doyce Turner, and a grandson, Jeremy Carpenter. The family suggests memorials be sent to the Muleshoe Meals on Wheels program, 300 South First Street, Suite 110, Muleshoe, Texas 79347, or the Muleshoe Memorial Park, P.O. Box 373, Muleshoe, Texas 79347. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com. Please keep the family of Rita Mimi Hawkins on your prayer list today. Joe Bara, Senior, 85, of Muleshoe, died Monday, September the 29th. Here in Muleshoe, he was born July the 29th, 1940, in Menard, Texas, to Monsees and Ramona Size Bara. Joe was preceded in death by a son, Mark Hanaway, a daughter, Josephina Bara, and his parents. He is survived by a son, Joe Bara Jr., of Muleshoe, 2 daughters, Isabella Bara Escajada of La Mesa, California, and Jolinda Hanaway of Dell, Indiana. 14 grandchildren and numerous great-grandchildren also survived Joe. The service for Joe will be held on Tuesday, October the 14th, next week at 2 in the afternoon at the Ellis Funeral Home Chapel at 104 East Avenue F right here in Muleshoe. Please keep the family of Joe Bara Sr. on your prayer list today, 85, of Muleshoe. He died on September the 29th. And the church service for Joe will be held Tuesday, October the 14th at 2 in the afternoon at the Ellis Funeral Home Chapel. Please keep the entire Bara family on your prayer list today. Well, a really nice morning here in the Muleshoe area as the town finally got some rain. It turned much cooler and cloudy beginning Tuesday morning, yesterday morning, but we just didn't ever get anything but just a little splatter of rain here and there. Nothing substantial until this morning. And as of 11 a.m. here in our backyard, we had 84/100ths of an inch of rain, which puts our October rain total, now that we're 8 days in, right at an inch of rain here at the National Weather Service station at Channel 6 in our backyard. The high is only 50, the temperature is 59 degrees right now at noon. The Muleshoe Mesonet station so far today has 77/100ths of an inch of rain, and the Earth Mesonet, which is in a field right next to Toke Plant, has 78/100ths of an inch of rain. So we've done a little bit better than they have here at our rain gauge in the backyard in South Muleshoe. Looking at our forecast, is our rain chances will continue at 20%, mainly until 4 p.m. this afternoon. Mostly cloudy with a high near 73, south winds around 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy tonight, low around 55, south-southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then mostly sunny on Thursday, high near 81. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy Thursday night, low around 55 again. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, sunny, hot, not hot, but a high near 83. It will be somewhat hotter, though, as our high will be 83, but we will take that. That is a nice fall-like high for Friday. And, of course, we will be hosting football here in Muleshoe Friday night versus Roosevelt. Southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. No rain chances. Friday night, partly cloudy, low around 56. South wind around 10 miles per hour. No rain chances then either. Saturday, sunny, high near 85 degrees, so a little bit warmer. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear Saturday night, low around 58. Sunday, mostly sunny, high near 86. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Then Sunday night, mostly cloudy, low around 59. Columbus Day, next Monday, the rain chances come back into our forecast as we have a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny. High near 80 on Columbus Day Monday. Monday night, a 20% chance of rain. Mostly cloudy, low around 58. Tuesday, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Mostly sunny. High near 83. And that's our weather forecast for the next 7 days here in the Muleshoe area. And repeating again, we had 84 1/100ths of an inch of rain as of 11 a.m., measuring our rain gauge in the backyard of our home here. That's the National Weather Service rain gauge. The Muleshoe mesonet has 77 1/100ths of an inch, and the Earth mesonet right next to Toke Plant has 78 1/100ths. We'll take every drop of it. Well, time now for a message from our sponsor of our Muletrain news program for today, Leal's Mexican Restaurant, the original Leal's, right here in Muleshoe, 1010 West American Boulevard, where Victor, Debbie, Kika, all their wonderful employees welcome you and remind you they are open again now on Sundays, 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. at the original Leal's. So make it your Sunday tradition. Returns. Go to church and then come and eat a fresh, wonderful Mexican dinner at Leal's, 1010 West American Boulevard. Don't forget they have a full bar along with many mixed drinks, margaritas, along with many selections of beer now available at Leal's in Muleshoe. They have a happy hour every Saturday evening along with live entertainment inside the restaurant. They recently had a car drive through the wall there on the southwest corner of the building and damaged the restroom area, but they are trying to get that up and running, and so please forgive them as they are mitigating the disturbance there at the restaurant and get those restrooms back up and running. But Leal's is open, 1010 West American Boulevard. You are welcome every Sunday. They are open again 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. at the original Leal's, 1010 West American Boulevard, 806-272-3294. The Muleshoe Area Hospital District is pleased to announce as they have hired a new clinical services personnel director. Liz Chavez, her smiling face, will be now a member of the team at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center. She spent 20 years working in the pharmacy at United Supermarkets and is wonderful to work with. Again, Liz Chavez is the new clinical services personnel director at the hospital. Also available to see patients now is Dr. David Warner, MD. He has moved to Muleshoe last year from the Dallas-Fort Worth area and is practicing now at the Medical Clinic of Muleshoe, 701 South 1st Street. You can make an appointment with Dr. David Warner by calling 806-272-7544. Also new at the medical clinic is nurse practitioner Johnny Roberts, and I dealt with him a month ago or so, and he was wonderful to deal with. He is a new nurse practitioner at the medical clinic of Muleshoe, seeing patients 701 South 1st Street. Again, stop by, or you can call and make an appointment at 806-272-7544. New nurse practitioner Johnny Roberts and Dr. David Warner at the Medical Clinic of Muleshoe, and Liz Chavez is the new Clinical Services Personnel Director at the hospital. Well, it is Beat Roosevelt weekend here in the Muleshoe area as we are now beginning district football action. Can you believe we've already gotten 6 games into the 2025 season and will begin district play of 3A Division II district action from here on out, the last 4 games of the season. First one up is the Roosevelt Eagles, and of course JV and the junior high teams will be in action tomorrow on Thursday, October the 9th. Kickoff will be at 5 p.m. JV Mules will be at Lubbock Roosevelt and junior high games here in Muleshoe. There will be a pep rally Friday, October the 10th for the game at 11:15 a.m. at Muleshoe High School. Then the varsity game kicks off at 7 p.m. at Benny Douglas Football Stadium, David Wood Field. We are so sorry to report that last week the Mules were beaten badly, sadly to say, by Dalhart 59 to nothing. That brings the 2025 season record of the Mules to 2-4. There will be a nacho pile-on MHS pregame meal on Friday, October the 10th, before the Muleshoe versus Roosevelt Pinkout game. They'll be serving chips, meat, beans, rice, toppings, dessert, and drink for $10. Dine in or carry out. Begins at 4:30 until 6 p.m. at the MHS Commons area. Sponsored by the class, the Muleshoe High School class of 2028. Everyone is welcome to come and eat with the nacho pile-on meal before Muleshoe and Roosevelt on Friday, October the 10th, beginning at 4:30 at the MHS cafeteria and commons area. The Roosevelt Eagles are the same as the Mules. They are 2-4 on the 2025 season. They lost to Denver City 31-14. They lost to New Deal 35-14. Then they beat Brownfield 47-32. They lost to Stanton 17-14. They beat Sundown 35-20. And last week they beat Lamesa they lost to Lamesa, 48-38. The District 2 3A standings, Division 2 through the pre-district look like this. Littlefield is 6-0. Slayton is 5-1. Idalou is 3-3, and Muleshoe and Roosevelt are both 2-4. The schedule for this Friday in the district: Muleshoe, of course, is taking on Roosevelt here at home, and then Littlefield will be on the road at Slayton. Idalou has a bye, and this again begins District 2 3A Division 2 basketball or football action this coming Friday night at Benny Douglas Football Stadium. Of course, if you can't be there to support the Mules in person, make sure to join us as we'll be live streaming the game at muleshoetv.com, and that will begin with Elliot Davis about 6:50. Brought to you by Barrett Potato Farms, McDonald's Restaurant, Mohawk Auto Parts, Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, Burton Service Center, Muleshoe Animal Clinic and Vet Supply, Muleshoe Area Medical Center, Shipman's Body Shop and Autoplex, Muleshoe Independent School District, Muleshoe Housing Authority, McCormick Seeds, Edward Jones and Stephen Dement, TG Fuels, new name, but Orvis, Adina, and Joe are still there to serve you. 5 Area Connect, Dell Oil Company, Irrigation Pumps and Power Incorporated, and our high-speed internet for our live stream broadcast is brought to you by 5 Area Connect. Now, the rest of the season will look this way in the district. Mules, again, will play at home this Friday against Roosevelt. Then next week, Friday, October the 17th, we'll be on the road in the War on 84 at Littlefield. We will then come back Friday, October the 24th, and have a home game versus Slayton. Our bye week will be Halloween on Friday, October the 31st. Then the last game of the 2025 season will be on the road at Idalou on Friday, November the 7th. Be aware there's an early release in the Muleshoe schools today, and the buses are only running on pavement only due to the heavy rain this morning. And they are having parent-teacher conferences this afternoon at many of the Muleshoe campuses for Muleshoe ISD. The Mighty M Marching Band this coming Saturday, October the 11th, will be competing in the Lubbock Westerners Marching Band Contest at Lowry Field. They will march at 7:30 p.m. So good luck to the Mighty M Marching Band. A big congratulations goes out to Gracie Elizarraraz as she finished 5th place in the recent, I believe it was Monday, at the district cross country race, which happened at May Simmons Park in Lubbock. She ran 13:36 and has qualified to compete at regionals in Lubbock in 2 weeks. So good luck to Gracie Elizarraraz from MHS as she has qualified to run in the regional cross country meet in Lubbock in 2 weeks. JV district medalists were Marley Ronquillo Lazos, who placed 6th, Delfina Gomez placed 8th, and Abram Martinez placed 4th. Well, mark it on your calendar. There will be a big beans and cornbread luncheon that will benefit both the Muleshoe Memorial Park Cemetery and the Bailey County Senior Center. It will be at the Bailey County Senior Center on October the 26th, 11 a.m. till 2 p.m., and it is by donation only. There will be drinks and lots of desserts to pick from, all donated by the Muleshoe Art Club and the senior ladies. And, of course, this bean and cornbread luncheon will benefit the Muleshoe Memorial Park Cemetery and the Bailey County Senior Center. It will be at the Bailey County Senior Center, 319 Main Street. It will on October the 26th. Let me look that up real fast. October 26th is a Sunday, October 26th, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., and it will be by donation only, and everyone is welcome. Of course, everyone is welcome for a very affordably priced lunch that they serve weekdays at the Bailey County Senior Center, Main and Avenue D. And tomorrow, on Thursday, October 9th, they will have a taco, pie, salad, topping, pinto beans, chuck wagon corn, peanut butter cup, and corn tortilla. They begin serving at 11:30 a.m. there at the Senior Center. On Friday, October the 10th, Fisher chicken strips, borracho beans, green peas, tossed vegetable salad, low-cal French dressing, whole wheat roll, tropical fruit mix. Monday, October 13th, next week, barbecue chicken breast, roasted ranch potatoes, summer squash, tossed vegetable salad, whole wheat roll, low-cal French dressing, and a peach cobbler. Tuesday, October 14th, sloppy joe in a bun, country potato salad, carrots and zucchini, creamy fruit square. Wednesday, October 15th, chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes, country gravy, stewed okra, seasoned corn, and a pumpkin square. Thursday, October 16th, spaghetti with meatballs, whole wheat roll, margarine, seasoned spinach, and a honeydew melon. Then Friday, October the 17th, they'll be serving their Fisher chicken strip meal like they do every Friday. And everyone is welcome to come and eat with them at the Bailey County Senior Center, Main and Avenue D, for a very affordably priced lunch that begins at 11:30 every weekday at the Senior Center. On your prayer list today, remember, please, Bill Crenshaw and Donna Perry, Debbie Black, Joe Bledsoe, Joseph and Janie Carpenter, Leela Copley, Dolores Harvey, Eddie Morris, Janice Snell, Louis Carlos Sines, Berta Combs, Sandy and Dick Chitwood, Cliff Black, Peggy Seagroves, and Darlene Henry. Keep on your prayer list those families grieving the recent loss of a loved one, including the family of Joe Bara Sr., the family of Mason Taylor Leal, the family of Rita Mimi Hawkins, the family of Ed Cox. Remember the family of Jerry David Thomason on your prayer list today, the family of Marianne Arzola, the family of Jerry Lee Mudford, the family of Jim Daniel, the family of Crispin Green, the family of Dr. Bruce Purdy, and the family of James Byers. Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News program, available on demand, free of charge, on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. Get ready for the annual Bull Nettle Festival. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
The Sound of Texas is brought to you here on MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe at 610 East American Boulevard, as well as in Morton at 1744 State Highway 114. They're celebrating rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric since 1939. They are owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online at BCECOOP.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle, all hope you enjoy this Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
The Texas sense of humor is in evidence by some of the items selected to celebrate. I've been to a mosquito festival, a chigger festival, an alligator festival, and a fire ant festival. Now Texas has a bull nettle festival.
It's going to take place in Mount Selman, Texas, on County Road 3701.
Floyd Martin lives at Mount Selman, a little place near Jacksonville. About 500 people live there. Floyd has worked with the festival since it started 8 years ago.
I got some friends. We was sitting around one day out in the backyard. We decided we were going to, the only thing that we didn't know they had in Mount Selman, ever had, was a parade. So we decided to have a parade. And we seen the parade worked over real good at one time. So we decided to have a get-together where people come and do this and that and other. And they told me to come up with a name. So I just said, bull nettle.
You want to steer clear of a bull nettle plant.
If you ever get one on your leg, it itches like crazy. It's got little hairs on it, and you touch them to your skin, and it's tough.
Those bull nettles have a nut inside that's good to eat. To get to it, people use welding gloves, hammers, and pliers. The festival does not serve any bull nettle nuts.
No, sir, we hadn't had nobody wanting to do that yet.
The event is scheduled for September 11th and will include a salute to first responders. There is no admission charge.
If you got some canned goods, we give this to the food bank and stuff. We take the cash and whatever, however you want to come in. If you don't have nothing, you want to come in anyway.
Among other activities such as a cornhole toss, auction, and junk car race, there is a chili cook-off.
You bring it already cooked and a $20 entry fee.
Proceeds go to the Shriners. A bull nettle queen reigns over the festivities, which include 2 barn dances. One features the music of Rex Buell and the Buell Netters. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.